Okay, let's see, 20, 72, okay, okay, okay. No, that's not so bad. I guess I get this out, not going anywhere real soon. Um, 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 Olympic cafe. Okay. Uh, mm, let's count size. It's the lack of ever having any low light in here, except for the eyes windows, I think. It's not super night either. Hmm. Probably less attractive if I didn't do the hyper zoom. Well, I got the hair for it, so. More attractive around it. Um, yeah, it's like, um, there, that was pretty simple. Yeah, really done this well. Making so how I don't know what it is. It's just craziness. Okay. My nostrils are better. Those lights right behind me. Okay. Um, there we go. So I've been doing very little cleaning. It's getting cold, I think. That's laryngitis. I remembered now. It started out my chest about 3 or 4 days ago. I felt the drain back to my chest, so my head should be clear by tomorrow. I've had 10-week bouts of laryngitis. It was bad. I have this is not, I'm not complaining. I am making excuses. There we have it. I've done almost nothing today because it's you roll your head to the side and feel the egg yolk move. It's that bad. So um, yeah, gosh. I know I said so, but I was upstairs. I caught everything I said upstairs. I already brought it up. So um, I was talking to Gemini about the agoraphobia and not being able to go for walks because my calves would cramp up, and it said, "Well, do stretching exercises," and it listed a bunch. So I don't have that excuse anymore. When the cold settled firmly in my chest, I'll start going for walks early morning or late at night to minimize agoraphobia, but still not get cramps. It'll be good for me because the shaving part, I won't let myself go more than 2 days without shaving. If there's a danger I might run into a human being that lives here. Um, my hygiene just fell in the damn toilet when my mood bombed. I can't figure that out really. It's as simple as this. I know it was this for years, and that, but I refuse to believe it because it's too stupid to believe. That the reason schizophrenics have a poor hygiene is agoraphobia. They know that if they have to go out, they can't go out smelling like shit. They have to be clean. Therefore, by smelling like shit, they can avoid going out. The stress of feeling they should, whichever. It's honestly that simple. It's agoraphobia. That's why the bad hygiene. Um, so, no, take care of itself. I had brought this up about the Uber Eats thing. My brother suggested it, and I just kind of tossed it in the back of my head for 3 weeks. And then that's not a bad idea. And it'll be 3 months before it wrecks my disability. And my aunt is so, um, you're not going to have enough to be happy, or if you're going to be stretched for money, will combat I don't give a fuck in her mind. This is my simplistic model for whether she'll stop the payments she's been getting because of disability. I don't know that she can, in truth, just because my disability stops. Because she's tried to suck money out of that account before I write that, and bam, it goes back in like a half hour later. So I don't think she can stop that money. And means I'll have stuff to do to get over the agoraphobia. Besides just walk around the goddamn parking lot. So let's see, hypothetically, I gotta see what the insomnia, what the cold's gonna do. I had to take 2 extra Klonopin to get 7 hours of sleep. I don't think I would have slept at all if it hadn't been for those 2 extra Klonopin. Um, I'm not gonna take the extra tonight because I will run out early eventually. Typically, like the bottle lasts about just under 5 weeks, a 4 week bottle, but we'll run out early eventually. So I can only take the prescribed dose tonight. And I might not sleep at all and have a cold on top of it. So there's just no way to say, do you think you can get this done tomorrow? Because I don't know. Um, obviously, I can do laundry, I can get the trash out, things like that. But as far as, oh, and, I'm going to go to Uber Eats and today at least click on the opportunities or whatever they call it, like, and I don't have to read any of it, but I should do it to defuse the stress. I had horrible anxiety avoidance problems. I have horrible anxiety, even worse for my anxiety avoidance problems, because I have a horrible stress tolerance that has only been corrected for about 2 years now. My psychiatrist, I was just depressed. I was very anxious. He put me on 4 milligrams of Klonopin, and he had to involuntarily commit me for depression without an attempt. And after talking to the doctor in the hospital, they decided about all they could do was lower the Klonopin back to 3. I came out and talked to an electroshock person. there was an antidepressant that he would not prescribe because it was too new. She told him to prescribe it. It worked. Affects her. That's how long ago this was. If you actually keep track of these drugs. Now, I suspect he's simply going back to 4 milligrams of Klonopin with me would be like touching the third rail, because this is not a complex solution that you'll take four all the time. You'll drink more coffee because it'll sedate you. When the stress comes, you'll just naturally cut back on the coffee and the medicine will be in place. It's not a complex solution. He just couldn't stand the idea of me killing myself and couldn't bring himself to prescribe 4 milligrams of Klonopin again, I think. So now I handle stress better, and eventually my stress avoidance problems will go away by the time I'm 75. Um, um, you can never see. I would not be rattled. I would, like when you're in your 20s and you put on that stoic veneer. I had that mastered. I couldn't do it well, but under situations of extreme stress, I would appear completely not rattleable. You could not rattle me. But at the same time, I could not take action. Meaning, anywhere from I couldn't throw the first punch to God knows what. I was just paralyzed at stalemate. Um, so, and now I experience it a bit more naturally with extra anxiety medicine. There's one goddamn thing in there. There's one piece of clothing in there. There's a turtleneck that says wash separately. Okay, there we go. Um, so my anxiety avoidance is the likely more than anything else the most crippling aspect of my psyche beyond the illness itself. Of what can be helped, it's the anxiety avoidance. Um, so I do that tonight, and tomorrow I go there and read it. And I got, I've got, thanks to therapy, I have a list of about 7 of these tricks. Um, I do. Things like, for a while, I thought I was going to start hanging out in the library before my laptop started acting funny, before I realized, oh, this is what it was. The library around here, the closest one, they only have 2-prong plug-ins. None of them have grounding plugs, so I can't plug my laptop in. But the first time there, Mike, it's just walking with a laptop. So here's what you'll do, Mike. You'll go after they're closed, and you'll walk up to the front door, and you'll touch the front door, and you'll get in your car and walk away. And then the next day, you'll get there at 6 p.m. and you'll walk up and touch the front door at 6 p.m. and walk away. The next day you'll go up and you'll go in and you'll walk around the tables and like that, right? And it works like a charm. It really does. Well, you can always do that, right? Because you can't touch the door in a closed building with nobody around. Um, so that's the point of the click on the link. I was going to call my brother on Sunday, and I haven't talked to him in 3 weeks, and he was pretty straightforward. You know what I would like in exchange for this? I'd like to hear from you every now and then. I get lonely. I know we haven't been friends our whole lives or anything like that, but when my daughter goes to my ex's, and by 9:30 at night I'm playing online poker and just don't do anything all weekend, and it bothers me. So I'm gonna call on Sunday. Um, um, he is. we don't have to try too hard to find common ground. We have nothing that we are just, aligned on to talk about. No real common interest to speak of. But finding conversations easy enough. Um, he's a conspiracy theorist, and it's funny sometimes. It really is. I was on YouTube on a live press conference, and he was feeding me stuff to type. Look at the slouched shoulders of those guys with those two women or tree trunks. It's got a elite gender inversion. You do not want to know if you don't know. And they started blinking double time, so obviously it was going through. And it says things like that. It can be fun at times, but when he goes on about it, you just literally you start to feel physically sick, and it's a concern for him. Is I think the roots of it, because I don't think people who didn't care about him would feel physically sick, because he doesn't discuss it in any grotesque terms. He's not ridiculing anybody. He's just listing these little anecdotes, these little bits of what was caught on a little bit of film and things like that. But the totality of it is just like it's enough. No, that doesn't capture it. What is it? Uh, Why will you play? Uh, um, what? Why can't you um, let go of? What incentive do you need to not have to take anything seriously for extended periods of time? Maybe that's it. Maybe it's not. I don't know. But that feels close. He's a sociopath, a bad one at that. Not meaning knife killer, meaning it really impaired his life, sociopath, I suspect. I remember when he was 20, 22, 24, he rode a goddamn bike across country, stopping at relatives. Cousin Julie, my mother's cousin, places like that. He would stop there and trying to find a connection with someone after failing to do so with friends, I think. And he just couldn't do it because sociopaths have trouble doing that. And his marriage was he could be watching. So factually, it's possible he had not seen his ex, and I believe it was over 4 months at least, perhaps as many as 8. She gets a he gets a call that she wants to meet up on New Year's Eve. They have sex without protection, and she winds up conceiving. Um, he was really angry for quite a number of years. I always thought it had something to do with me when I was around him. But I was just another irritant. I was just another something that had to be dealt with. I was just another something that had to be managed, I think, in retrospect. Um, he looked at his situation and said, I don't love this woman anymore. This cannot be done. I will do it anyway. And it can't be done. And they can guess well enough that he faltered in a few of his attempts to do it anyway. We're not wholehearted, so to speak. But yeah, when his daughter, things changed. And I don't mean who she was age. No, it's just like 4. And the anger just drained out of him. I think the first time I saw him when he wasn't angry again, because I saw him that New Year's Eve. I was there in Tennessee, and the anger wasn't there. It was there every last time I saw him, until I saw him with his daughter when she was like 3 or 4 years old, and it was gone again. And it's kind of a Fruit Loop, but that's as factual as I can be. Um, so he's looking for these connections, he can't find them, and obviously he's looking for one in me, and if he's going to find it in anybody, he's going to find it in me, some trace one certainly, if he's there to absorb it. Not reliable, but um, uh, viewing him at the computer playing poker, mouse out, tilting his head like this with that expression on his face that I know so well and never put any thought into before, which says simply, well, I guess that's the way it has to be. Maybe that sums him up long enough. Anyway. And yes, I'm not making that up. You actually checked one of my videos, 2 of them, I think. Um, but odds are low. Um, so I figure 40 hours a week with Uber Eats would literally double the amount of money I have every month. And I can still apply for jobs. I would be doing it today, plugging my way through it, but it's not a spend twice as much time on it, get the same result. You have to be on, or what draws you to our company. You can't spend twice as much time on that and get just as good a result if your brain isn't working right. It doesn't happen. Um, and they all have questions like that. Not everyone, but 2 in 5 will have something like that. Or a question like, describe your experience with, and some sort of technology like microservices or something like that. And it's cold, it's not happening. So hopefully by Monday. But I want to be signed up as an Uber Eats driver by the time I talk to him. Deadline pressure. I haven't gotten all the crap off the patio still here. God, he left in December, like 22nd, I think. And I've gotten like a third of it off. And last month was just crazy. I don't, I don't talk about this because I'm afraid it sounds nuts, though. And yeah, it is, but is real. Um, um, somebody that was here named Elaine that we had an aborted sort of romance with, who was telling horrible lies about me as an excuse for people to either torture me and them doing it themselves. It's very attractive. So people are willing to do that for her. And she's also young. Why me? She picked me, not the other way around. Um, she got put in prison, but the second half of January and the first week of February, well, then I didn't have that. It's had Adderall for weeks. So really, only the last week of January, the first weeks of February, just went in the goddamn toilet because of her. And so I found time, well, when I wasn't screaming cunt. Uh, but I, this is yesterday's shirt, incidentally, and it's too thin and too expensive to drag out countertops. Risk ripping it, wear something else. Um, I get that. I get. Huh. They haven't sent a letter yet. Of 2 days will be enough time to get the rest of it. No, this days will be tomorrow. And it's so ridiculously little. It's unreal. All that's left are a trash bag, a screen door that I have to carry down, and I think three sections of countertop that'll fit in the back seat of my car. I can drive down all at once. It's like all there fucking is. But of course, me, I gotta. Um, I gotta stop looking at myself. It's self conscious. Okay. So, I hate that. Why look at the Uber Eats right now? I can't do anything. I can't do anything. I'll do that later tonight. My brain is, I don't even catch those things. Oh, yeah, it doesn't, I swear to God, it just like flies right by the latch. Oh, God. Uber Eats. Mm. Pick up now. Search Uber Eats. Uh, Snap. You can order Uber Eats. It's the same. Delivery pickup. Where's work for Uber Eats? Orders, favorites, wallet, meal plan, help, get a ride. Promotions, Uber One, try free for 4 weeks, invite friends, sign up, create a business account, add your restaurant to deliver. What you'll need, already have an account signed in. No social security number, run background screening, and you're hired. Anyways, 19 years old. And here's the curve for the, yeah. And that they had. So, there's the crib mask key. Sure. 6 digit. Let's get 6 digits. No, touch the. Yes, I guess it's really. And there's a make it also do that something. Really that one. Enter your Google password. Manager pen. What the fuck is this? No, I created something that you might have one too. A 6 digit Google pen, not if your computer, but everybody else probably knows what it is. It's easy for everything I find. Here it is, but I don't see the pen. Password manager, offer save passwords on expert passwords, on device encryption for head safety. Encrypt passwords on your device. Some sites now sign in automatically. Your Google password unlock your password to any device. Okay, Google Manager, password manager. Settings, autofill password, Google password settings. Autofill passwords. Settings. Create recovery path. This helps you access your saved passkeys on any device. What I made it, yeah, going as. Let's see if I made it with, it kind of makes sense. I made it. Yep. Yeah. Can't reach Google password manager. Try anything. Yeah. DevOps people. DevOps. Coming. Thank you. DevOps is the reason this happens. Also called Agile. Also called Scrum. It's a new software development methodology or paradigm. That's my fucking word for it, paradigm. Ideology, whatever. That breaks things. And this is not working now. Check back in an hour. It's becoming more and more common. It'll get worse and worse. The idea is this. Most people are mobile devices these days, right? So the primary lag is still the transfer because there's still people in 3G out there. And that's the crazy thing. When everybody's up to 6G, they're going to have to change everything again. The 6G is past the guys at home, I think. But because the primary lag is the transfer, the user experience does not change if the server is slower. And the user experience is almighty, some people's eyes. And so it doesn't matter if you use inefficient programming techniques, including non-compiled languages like JavaScript. You can maybe know how to get F12 and a little clicking around, and you can see the JavaScript for your web page. It's just text, and it's compiled symbol by symbol, dot by period, variable name by variable name, as it's executed. It's very inefficient. And there's no way to enforce the the structure on it that you can on like C++ or Java or something like that. Languages like Python is the popular one, and there's no way to enforce. The idea is pretty simple. You have to protect the programming team from itself, or you wind up with an enormous spider web. Why don't I just do that instead of, well, it's a way of making it not so hard to do it the right way, and having a team of 1,000 people work on a project without turning into a spider web, and is enormously valuable, and it's also enormously faster, especially C++. Java is a bit of a memory pig. C++ is just lightning fast. And it's a compiled language, which means after you're done typing your code, you hit the save and build button, and it compiles everything. Which used to just mean compiling and linking, which I don't know how many steps it can be these days. Here's the problem. That takes time. I mean, if you're going to update your application and compile it, it takes a bit of time, and there's a little bit of debugging involved in that too. And you should recompile it 5 times before you can deploy. And that's probably, I don't know if that's optimistic or not, actually. And really do things in the business world that I never did, like write test modules and things like that. But the thing is the compiling takes time, and there isn't time to do that because, and I wish to God I were joking. I'm not. Netflix is one of the largest internet companies out there. It's like in the top 6, seriously. You can't know that, but it is. And Netflix deploys 100 or more meaningful content updates a day. Netflix is one of the top 6 internet companies out there. Let's be like Netflix and offer as many meaningful updates as we can every day, which means we don't have time for compilation, which means we use Python. Because with Python, you just slip a new file in, and it's compiled every last time it's run. Now, it's not just inefficient, but who cares about server resources? Because it's the connection speed to the user that matters. And it takes a lot of memory, too. They're called interpreted programs versus compiled programs. Interpreted programs that run as daemons, they're called services in Windows, are just enormous fucking memory pigs. Now, here's the problem. Server resources still cost money. So we want to use them because we want to be like Netflix. And shit. It's like a Dilbert cartoon. But they cost money. So let's get the other half of the room working on optimizations to cut down our server resources. It's no longer one server serves a bunch of web pages, a bunch of people. It's all in the cloud now. So there are ways of having different amounts of computing power devoted at different times, and you get charged like water out of a faucet. And if you do it intelligently, you can save costs for up to 50%, apparently. So, well, the other half of them work on that. And the question is, why can't you just update it 3 a.m. Sunday morning and incorporate all the week's updates into it? Because no way is anybody going to be aware of that update that you slipped in with the other 99. And you fuckers break things in the process by just slipping these single files in and not adequately testing, like you could on Thursday and Friday, and Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday be your development days or something, right? And the answer is it'll be like Netflix. And it's just over this. Oh my god! When multi-threading came out, I read this in a programming book for programmers, right? He's writing about multi-threading. He says managers love multi-threading. Again and again, the last project leaders, can we multi-thread it? Well, there's not really any reason to, but can we multi-thread it? Dilbert is accurate. Because why is this happening again? Because Netflix offers 100 or more meaningful content updates a day, and they're a big successful company, and we want to be like Netflix. I swear to God. Can't reach Google Password Manager, sit this down for now. Click the button. One more time. You did it. Okay. And as I said, in the next, certainly, I think 3 years, no, it goes slow. People hold on to those fucking devices. But, nobody didn't give a shit about 3% of the population when it comes to speed. Um, when 90% of the country or 95% of the country is on 3G or 4G or 5G or 6G, excuse me, then we'll probably leave dead bombs. Passkey granted. Over. Side. I was over. Where we gotta turn? This is Hampton Roads. Let's hit me with that. Referral code optional. All Hampton Roads. So I'm driving. Dover with bicycles. You gotta be kidding me. I can't be relied upon to keep a clean car. I guess I could if I could have done it, but I'm reading that wrong. Adriana. No other place besides Everett's. This one would be Everett's. $5 a week. Tiffany. Fucking hate having losses. Into vehicle information. God, that one. Neovolt. Power. Provost. Coros. Sorry. Not rocks. T. To fuck is that? I should have a gray, dark gray, silver, black, or what fucking car to do this. This has got to be for driving. Not even for driving. Why? They already did that now. I think there really wasn't in this forever ago. They were, rental cars, teams, grocery store pickup food. This is what they want me to do. Actually, let them rent their cars. It's ridiculous. Uh, Everybody driving over. Back. User rates. Driving or delivering, you need the black, silver, white car, I think. Yes. So, manager accounts. Okay, and apparently too fucking stupid. Who reads favorites? Services. Get anything delivered. Get a courier to help. Uh, count. Okay, let's go back to the computer. And here it doesn't have the restrictions. The brown end. Scroll. No. Behind the business. No fuck up now, sir. You could earn at least $680 in my first 30 days. That's like never mind that. That's how I look at it. I looked on Google. It said they make an average of $19 and $20 an hour. That's pretty shitty. Average drivers in your city complete 5 deliveries a week. Use my phone to take a picture. So what, is this just not doable then? Five deliveries a week? So yes, they're doing it while they're out there doing Uber. They can't do raise. No, there's like Diner Dash, but that's all they fucking do. So what the fucking. Yeah, yes, Uber drivers are out there doing nothing to snap them up. Um, okay. This is DoorDash. DoorDash. Okay. Uh, uh, yeah. Okay. Fine. Let's just see if it doesn't say how big it is. It's like before. Mm-hmm. It's just shaky. Okay. I'm like, listen to something else. Maybe there's two kids in message. That's my phone number, isn't it? There's like, okay. I said this you gotta play the thing. Play the thing. Yes. Oh, I remember. I still remember that. Okay, ouch. This is. This DoorDash account is linked to a different phone number. Please log in with that email password. Is it the wrong motherfucking phone number? Yes, let's get in touch with them. Do it. Okay, right. I think so. That's my email address. And this DoorDash account sent to a different phone number. Please log in with that email password. Okay. Stay in touch with support. Alright. Well, that was funny. I enjoyed it. Okay. Yes. You wouldn't kill me to have a clean car. Maybe higher stress initially, all those people. But you wouldn't kill me to have a clean car. No practice making small talk. You got enough decent clothes. Okay, the doorknob fixed. My brother said it's a cheap repair. It's some obscure, not obscure, but some piece of plastic that ordinarily nothing happens to that broke. And, you get the part on Amazon for a few bucks. To order it and take it to the mechanic so they can hit it the same day because we're not going to be able to find it at another part short locally. Yeah. So that counts as being productive, kind of. I'm wondering if there's anything in that car that. And the front seat's just like foldable mail that I get out of the mailbox and roast this junk mail and toss it on the floorboard. And there's nothing that's staining or sticky or any of that except the drink holder. A cup of coffee somehow melted. Um, I just pulled the knob close over that. Um, Nothing's ever been in the back seat almost. No computer in there simply because Yahoo um, only when you search Yahoo in your inbox, it'll only go back 2 years. And for a while, if you paid like $3 a month, you could sync your like through Outlook. But now it only goes back 2 years that way too. And I have some 10-year-old emails that I think I might want to read one day. 20-year-old now, almost. So sentimental reasons. I get that out. It probably smells bad. It probably just does because my whole life I smell bad. So I think it's something for that. So that's what I can do. I can get the crap off the patio, and my niece probably gets brought back by 5 p.m., maybe 7 p.m., maybe 9 p.m. I don't know. It's probably not that. It's probably a time clock. But I'm gonna call him before she gets back. So I don't know. Because he cares. He cares that I'm doing something with my life. It's like that image said, listen to YouTube videos and play video games for the next 20 years. Um, and part of it is his mentality is, and well, that's just space that could be taken up by something else. Just the truth. Um, but anyway, the so I'm gonna actually have some sort of progress report for him. I'm going to talk about something else too that he had the wrong idea about. Doesn't matter. I'm not gonna ask for anything. I just see if he has any ideas, things he wants to do because of it. No, what I don't know. I'm not gonna say it. My dad told me one January, he said, Michael, you lost $200,000 in the energy sector in November. So, tighten your buckle or whatever. You did get half of it back in December. And I started talking to Gemini. I asked, what year would this have happened? And said it would have to happen in 2020. That was just makes sense. Didn't he die in 2020? He died in 2022. I actually don't know. Um, but he died in 2020, so maybe this is a year before that it could have happened. That was just the most recent year. But so with the initial investment of 350,000, 300.5 million, that's exactly what would happen. It was with given those 2 months, November and December of 2020, and then 2021 was just a regular year for the energy sector. It's something seen like 38% growth, and that went into my trust fund after my dad's 403. It was signed with a certain, frankly, token amount that my aunt wants everybody to believe is the entirety of it. And in fact, it has this other money in it. And it'll piss them off a little bit at least. But maybe, well, what do you think you're going to do about that? Kind of thing. I mean, they have advice, so that's good. I know everything I'm going to do about it. I mean, get a goddamn job, get a lawyer, get Kathy off the trust, and you'll have some feedback. So don't approach it as a do it for me, do it for me. Approach it as I wanted to talk about it because it's driving me absolutely fucking insane. There repairs that are not being performed on the condo because they're deemed too costly. In fact, there's plenty of money for them and things like that. Um, so it's just doing other stuff too. Um, that he might not like. Um, let's see. I've come to understand that Kathy's just a liar. Her and her brother. My dad's basically honest. Like I'm basically honest. Everybody lies. We're basically honest people. Kathy will lie about anything. The only thing I've ever seen her brother lie about is bizarre as hell. He'll lie to make himself seem more important, more successful than he already is. He got his PhD from Harvard. He retired the dean of the College of Physical Sciences, chemistry, geology, physics, astrology, astronomy, the the College of Physics, the College of Biology, the College of Physical Sciences, all of them. He was the dean at one of the University of California's. What more did he expect from himself? It doesn't make sense, but he will lie in that area. I never even smelled a lie anywhere else. Um, my dad will lie, but I didn't notice it till later in life. Um, he will lie, and perhaps it's senility. Perhaps it was senility, rather. He will lie for and say he does not remember doing things that he feels no remorse for. In fact, I think is his quirk what he lies for, which is pretty awful when it comes right down to it. That didn't happen. I don't remember that happening for a minute. Man, if he wasn't such a good father, I really wouldn't have liked him that much. It's just the fucking truth. His life was defined by obligation, and first and foremost, among his obligations were his children. And my brother did not respond well to it, and I did. Um, so I guess he didn't like being treated like an obligation. I'm not certain. Um, I guess that's about it. But it's a disappointment to find out I have to get in touch with the Dynadash people and find out how busy they stay, because I can't stay out there for 4 hours every night only to make 10 deliveries. That's crap. But then the hourly rate was 16 to 20 something, so I guess that's acceptable. Drive for Uber and brush up my social skills. I'm just trying to think about it because there's never really been anything in that car besides mail and a cup of coffee that like the bottom dissolved and it ooped out because it was in there for so long it turned into sludge and then the sludge eventually dissolved the bottom of the cup. But yeah, that's just what that's just a diaper wipe or whatever, right? And um, is there anything? Um, I'll have to. The tire meter is so finicky. Oh my God. If you like crack it as you're taking it off, you fill it up and then as you're pulling the hose away, you let a little bit of air out. That's enough to throw it off sometimes. Then people aren't going to want to see that lit on the dash. So you got to take care of that. But yeah, the problem with that is you never know if you got it till like 2 days later. It can take as long as 2 days before that light will go out after you get it right. Um, they almost be smart too when they when they fix the door to actually even out all the tire pressure. Um, that'd be a good thing to do. The oil will go out 2 days later. You'll be driving down the road and light goes out. So get car door fixed. I don't know how bad the insomnia is going to be. It's just dead late. It's like Wednesday next week. Yeah. I do not see how it can't clear by then. I could have driven today, even with obviously with the cold. Anybody can drive with the cold, but I slept 7 hours with two extra Klonopin. Um, I can only do that twice more until the insomnia ends. I have enough Klonopin. I can't do much. Um, so um, I'll do it the day after that. I'll call them on Sunday, ask for the part, call a service station, have them come in to get this replaced. I'd rather not have to drop it off. And they always tell you the exact same thing. Come in at 7 a.m. if you don't want to do that. Um, yeah, if you're gonna wait, come in at 7 a.m. Um, shit, you can't pay for it. Oh, I could. Where's the closest? I think the closest place with a bay is actually like 10 miles away. Um, those corner garages are just gone. This guy does just tires not too far, but anyway. Um, well, with the insomnia, it's not an issue. Like, I'll take the laptop and because yeah, I don't sleep much either. I sleep like 6, 7 hours. And set the alarm for 6:30. Got there by 7. He said to go ahead and have it inspected while I'm at it. I'm reluctant to do that because he said it was a new car basically. It's got 34,000 miles on it. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. It's an old car. I don't put much mileage on it. And I'll ask him about it, of course, stupid man. He was a mechanic. Um, it grinds when I come to a complete halt. It's probably power steering fluid. It's a used car, so it rear-ended somebody. And actually, I put power steering fluid in it once about 2 years ago, so that's probably all it is. And that doesn't violate inspection anyway. No, just what needs to pass. I'm worried it's the what are they called? The calipers and the rotors and like the whole thing's just fucking shot. But I don't think that happens at 34,000 miles. Um, the idea being is the rejection sticker will peel off and more likely get stopped with no sticker than with an expired sticker. But again, if I do Uber, they're going to want to see a current inspection sticker. The 0.5% of people actually walk. It's the only thing that sucks is it's not a very big car. It's a Toyota Corolla, so I won't be able to charge as much. Like seriously, won't be able to charge as much. There's not a lot of legroom in that back seat. I'll look into the dyno dash first. Get the email or the phone number sorted out. And then they let you do it with that type of car, but I, how do you tip over people? I've never, I've never done that. Somebody else always paid. Um, because I'm thinking I will get absolutely no tips after anybody started in that back seat. There's still a legroom, so I'm thinking, just pull my seat real far. Okay, that's sadly the inner workings of my mind are a bit more interesting than that. This is the break from the inner workings of my mind. I actually think about things that matter, kinda. Right, so that's